Today we're starting with something totally new, and that is when we sell an asset that's old. Businesses need to get rid of old equipment or old vehicles when they're not useful. You can't just keep it for always. Sometimes they sell it and they still make a profit. Sometimes they sell it, they make a loss. But normally they use the money again to help them fund, if they made a profit, to help them fund a new vehicle or a new equipment. Or maybe it's just old and it's just in the way. Whatever the reason could be, we will see in our asset register that you will find the name and the model of an asset. You'll see the date it was bought and anything that changed there. Maybe you've added a new tracker system or whatever. The cost price. Then depreciation written off will be on your asset register and also the method that they use. Now you know that we call those methods either cost price or diminishing balance or at the fixed installment method, which is the same as cost. What they basically do is, SARS allow a business to write off equipment over a period of time or vehicles over a period of time. So if you buy a vehicle, let's say, for 100,000 Rand, and you, according to SARS, have 10 years to use it and to depreciate it, you then take that 100,000 and you divide it by 10 and you get like 10,000 a year that you're going to write off. Remember, depreciation is a loss account, it's an expense. So when you do your income statement, you are showing less profit. It is not money. It's not money that you've lost. It's a value that you've lost over the year. But they allow you to a certain maximum. What can you subtract from your total incomes and then show it as value loss and then have actually a lesser profit than what you really made. But they allow you that SARS fixed methods for every single type of vehicle or equipment. Now when we sell something, I want you to bring into your brain a picture. You take that car, imagine it's you, it's an old car. You go park him there where they have close to the airport. You will always see people park their old vehicles there with a price on the tag. You are actually taking it away from inside the business. You put it somewhere outside. Now, why? Because you want people to see it, you want them to buy it. Now, I imagine my new account, I imagine that as that place there where we're going to sell it. I call this account my work account. This is my display there out where I'm going to display my vehicle or my equipment, all right, for second-hand displays. All right, now, if you think of it, that vehicle is not at cost anymore in your business. That vehicle has been used over the years. After 10 years, it's not the same anymore. It needs a little bit of love and tender care. Okay, it's been used. So you need to realize that when you sell it, when someone look at it, they are not seeing a new bakkie. They see an old bakkie. So they see the bakkie at book value, at carry value. So what do? We are actually taking our whole asset out of our business and we put it here on display at carry value. Now, how do we record it in accounting? We first need to take the first steps, and these steps you'll have to learn. Step 1. Take the cost price of the asset to the debit side of vehicles. Because what are you, of asset disposal, what are you doing? You take your vehicle, there's the cost price on this side. Now you're taking it out of vehicles. You're moving it out. So you credit vehicles and you debit asset disposal. That is at cost. Alright? So it moved from vehicles. You take it out. How do we take out in accounting? Opposite side. Take it out on the opposite side and put it here in the display. But now if you look at your display, it's only the cost price. But that's not right. You should have the book value of that car. It's not new anymore. So what's our second one? Take accumulated depreciation, and you know accumulated depreciation has a credit balance. Now I have to move it out. So I'm going to debit the accumulated depreciation of that specific bakkie, and I'm taking it out and I'm going to put it on the credit side of my display account, which is my asset disposal account. So now if you look at this account, what do you have here? You have a vehicle at its book value, cost price minus accumulated depreciation. If you look at the two, can you see? That's your book value. So it's very important that you understand that you're going to have to learn the 4 basic steps. I'm not going to talk about this at this stage. I just want you to learn the 4 basic steps for a start. So that's number 2. Number 3. Now this vehicle, this bakkie is not in our business anymore. This bakkie is now in the display window that I call the display window in asset disposal. Now I need to sell it. There are different ways that I can sell this bakkie. I can sell it for cash, then I will write bank, because that will go through my CRJ. I'm receiving money. Or I can sell it on credit to a debtor. That now I don't have. It's not sales. It's not stock. So I can't use debtor's journal. So I will use a GJ for any of the other transactions that I have with this vehicle. So if I sell it on credit, I'll do it in the GJ. Debtors will be debited. Asset disposal will be credited. Okay? Or I can sell it, I can trade it in for a new vehicle. Now when I trade it in for a new vehicle, I have to remember that I first buy the new one and then I give the old one as like balancing out amount. And then they say, okay, we will give you 100,000, we will give you 20,000 for the car. You're buying a new one. You're buying a new one for 120. We give you 20,000 for the bakkie. So in fact, you owe us 100,000. So that is what is happening when you're selling it, when you're trading in. You will write creditors here. Or the owner takes it for himself. He says, let me have it. My son is going to university next year. Let me have it. And then you will have drawings here. So there could be other ways as well. But for a start, we're going to concentrate on the first 3 kinds. If you sell it for cash, you will write bank here. If you sell it on credit to a debtor, you will write debtors control. It's fixed. That is your transaction, step 3. Or if you trade it in for a new vehicle, then it would be creditors control, step 3. That is easy. All right? Now, what do you want to know? Did I make a profit or did I make a loss? So you take this side minus that side. You take the 2 sides. If it's a profit, then you will have a missing amount on this side if it's a profit. Then it goes to profit on sale of fixed assets. That's step 4. If it's a loss, so let's say you find the difference and you see, here's a missing amount. It will go to the debit side. So obviously if it goes to the debit side here, it must be a loss. So it could be a loss. So obviously you want to make a profit, but if you don't, you will make a loss. So that's step 4. So I just want you to quickly read through the steps again. Step 1, take the cost price of the asset and put it on the debit side of asset disposal. Step 2, book the accumulated depreciation on that vehicle up to that date, all of it, and put it on the credit side of asset disposal. Step 3, determine the transaction. If it's cash, you write bank. If it's credit, you write debtors control. If it's a trading, you write credit control on the credit side. Step 4, find the profit or loss on sale of fixed asset. If it's a profit, it will be on that side. If it's a loss, it will be on that side, on the credit side. Those are your 4 steps, and you have to learn them, and you need to learn your asset disposal account. That's it.